Hey everyone, Gary Serra here with Gary Serra & Associates and your July market update. So let's take a look at what's been happening in the month of July. If we look at home sales last month, there were 2,070 home sales, which is a 14.6% decrease from June of this year and a 30.1% decrease from July of last year. So we are definitely seeing a slowdown in the market in terms of sales. If we look at current listings, there are just over 12,000 homes listed last month, and that's a 1.6% increase from June. So not too much increase in terms of listing inventory, but a 32% increase from July of last year, which isn't surprising because the market was literally frenetic last year. So we're definitely seeing a much more sort of calming of the market. If we look at what this means, market definitions based on sales to active ratio, and I've talked about this in past updates in past months, is a seller's market is defined as anything that's over 20% of sales to active ratio. A balanced market is anything between 12 and 20%, and a buyer's market is under 12%. And this is defined from the economists at the Real Estate Board. Now, how does that sit with where we're at right now? Let's take a look. With condominiums, we're looking at a 27.3% sales to active ratio, so clearly still a seller's market. Townhomes are just on the cusp of a seller's market at 20.2%. Detached homes are at 9.9%, and if you remember from last month, we were at about 2%. So we're actually dropped a little further down into the buyer's market. And the combination of all of these sectors together is 17.1%, which keeps us in a balanced market as it stands. If we look at benchmark prices, for Metro Vancouver, the current benchmark price is $1,087,500. That's a 6.7% increase from July of last year and a 0.6% decrease from June of this year. Now that means the prices are pretty much staying stable, but we've seen a slight decrease, mainly from the detached market because of that market being that much slower. If these numbers continue, we could see prices correct in the future if the pace continues where the slowdown is still in place and listings keep rising. Market highlights from the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver. With the detached market, benchmark price is $1,500,088,400. Average days on the market has been 47 days. With condos or apartments, benchmark price is $700,500, and the average days on market is 24 days, so less than a month. And townhomes also faring quite well at benchmark price at $856,000, and average days on the market is 27. So again, the attached market is still doing fairly well. What does this mean for you? Well, if you're looking to move up in the market, this is a fantastic time to move up in the market. I'll give you an example. So if, for example, you have a house on the east side and it's worth $1.2 million, and you're looking to move up in the market into a more expensive, bigger house, let's say worth $2 million. If the market does correct even 10%, your house would then drop by $120,000, whereas the new house would drop by $200,000. So the difference of that, which is $80,000, would be what you'd actually make in profit just by moving up in the market. So that's one of the things we're telling our clients right now in terms of looking at this from a positive standpoint. If you're thinking of selling, timing is everything. Right now, because the market hasn't really corrected much, especially in the attached market, the detached has, it's a really great time to sell, especially if you're in the attached market and wanting to go into the detached market. Fantastic time because that market's still doing well and the detached market is doing not as well. We had some clients recently that we just sold them out of a really great condo downtown and got them full price within a week, and I sold them into a house in the suburbs and we got almost $100,000 off the list price and a really great home with great terms, and my clients were thrilled. If you're thinking of buying, there's less competition right now. So first-time buyers or buyers that are looking to move up, it's a much calmer market to buy in. You can do your due diligence a little bit better and have conditions and contracts, whereas before it was virtually impossible to do that. And finally, in a shifting market, strategy is everything when it comes to selling. You really want to be strategic and have the right team on your side that know how to handle situations like a shifting market, because it's not just about putting your home on MLS. You have to be priced strategically. You have to have your property show its very best and have all the marketing aspects and strategies in place that'll help you to get a successful sale. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, of course, you're always feel free to reach out to us. My number is 779-3160, Gary@GarySarah.com, or check us out at GarySarah.com. Hope you guys have a great August and see you next month.